Hello everyone, welcome to our video interview with Victor Perelion. As you may or well know, Victor was the lead band member for the band IWABO, and we recently reissued their 1985 single Reggae Down. It's come off to a very good success, and we're sort of very happy with where we are. We're lucky enough to be now joined with Victor for a special video interview, which is something that Kalita really try and focus on in helping to tell the story behind how the single was created. So thank you very much, Victor, for joining us.
Appreciate the opportunity to be here with you.
Thank you very much. So, well, I guess the first question that I would like to ask, which I think is a good place to start, is how you started getting into music. So I think we learned sort of that you were quite young when you sort of first ventured into sort of performing. But could you please explain, how it was that you started performing?
At the age of 9 years old, I remember that I saw a group of guys in Trinidad. As a matter of fact, this time of the year, Christmas, we have something called parang, where people get together and they sing Christmas songs and they walk around from house to house and they celebrate all the festivities.
Right.
And there was this one particular guy, he had a cuatro, and it's a 4-string instrument, and it was one of those easy ones to learn. He showed me 3 chords, the G, the C, and the D.
Okay.
And from there, I just started playing, and I figured out how to play the cuatro by just using the same note from one part of the fretboard to the other part of the fretboard and creating another chord. And so I was very intrigued by it.
And you were teaching yourself? You were teaching yourself?
I taught myself to play the cuatro. And of course, I believe I had a good ear to hear different chords. So I was able to pull out chords from different songs and started playing.
Yes.
And from there, I challenged my mother. I told her, if I come very high in the class, I was in elementary school. So I told her if I come first, second, or third, I would like to get a guitar. And that year she said, okay, well, if you do so, I will buy you one for Christmas. And I came third in the class. I didn't come first. Out of maybe 32 students, I came third.
Right, oh wow,
so
still
she
bought
good. She bought me a guitar, and from there, I just started teaching myself.
Mm-hmm.
And she realized that I had something special inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
So she sent me to get piano lessons with one of the ladies in the area where we lived. I take music lessons on the piano for like maybe 2 semesters or two we call, in Trinidad we call them, I guess, over in the United States they call semester. In Trinidad they call them something. I forget what they call it. I left so long.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was learning from the piano, and I got a gentleman from England that came and gave me an exam. He came there, gave me the music score to read, and I had to sight read and play the piano.
Yeah.
So my musical education came from the piano.
Right.
After so many years playing in Trinidad in high school, doing the cultural events. As a matter of fact, my high school was the first school to win one of the competition in Trinidad called, I think, the folk festival.
Right.
And I was playing the cuatro at the time, and so from there I was always involved in music.
Yes.
It's part of my life. I love it. I can't live without it.
And what sort of genres were you sort of performing when you were young? Was it sort of calypso and sort of soca sort of music, or other genres as well?
Calypso, folk songs, Christmas songs, because the parang is more Christmas music from Trinidad.
Yes.
Spanish, influence from Venezuela. Right. So we were playing, all those type of music. So
yes.
From there, and I left and I came to the United States in 1972.
1972?
Yes, when I came to the United States, and I really wanted to pursue my musical career at Howard University, where I ended up going to school.
Right.
And it didn't happen because my brother-in-law is the one who brought me into the United States. he's the one that told me I should go to school to do something totally different because music is not going to get you anywhere.
Right, it's like a reality sort of, well, someone
It
trying to
was like
force, yeah, force
music for them was like
a more
a hobby.
comfortable.
Yeah, music is like a hobby for him, but for me, I was very serious about my music. I love it.
Yes.
It's part of my life. Anyway, I was able to play in the band with him. He had a band that they had on weekends. They performed while we were going to school during the week at Howard University.
Right.
And I'll play along with them. I'll play the guitar. And but I was studying to become a doctor.
Right.
He wanted me to be a doctor.
Yes.
Studied zoology and chemistry, and 4 years of college, I ended up getting my BS degree in zoology and chemistry. But I was still playing music on the side.
So whilst you were studying, did you enjoy what you were studying, or was it you were just doing that because of other things, but really it was
I really did enjoy doing it, but I made sure that when I did it, I didn't want to come too low in the classroom. I wanted to make sure that I succeeded. So I came, within the first 10 people in the group.
Yes.
So I always do my job and studied. As a matter of fact, when I left college, I had a grade point average of 3.87.
Oh, great! Oh, yeah. Well, that's pretty. It's still, yeah, that's good.
So it's a very good passing grade. So I was able to try to get into med school.
Yes.
Which is what he wanted me to do, to go to medical school. And there was no passion for medical school.
No, do something you enjoy rather than do something. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I had an unfortunate incident. My brother died in 1977.
Okay.
And during that time, we had a band, not IWABO, but a different band. The same guys from the college, from the University of Howard. And I went home and I got stuck in Trinidad for a year and 4 months.
Right.
Because I couldn't come back to the United States because of the visa I had. I had a student visa when I first came in the country. And I was going to school, Howard University, every year. As long as I was coming very high in the classroom, they will extend my visa for another year and another year and another year.
Yes.
So when I got back to Trinidad, I went to the embassy to come back. They refused to give me a visa because they told me I overstayed my time.
Right. Okay.
So it was very frustrating for me that during that period.
Yeah, of course.
But however, I came back to the United States in 1978.
Right.
And that's when we formed the band IWABO.
So in 1978, you went back to Washington?
Yes, I went back to Washington, and I get back with some of the guys from the band, and we form a new band called IWABO.
Right, okay.
And of course, I told you what the name is about. It was the first initials of all the guys in the band. Irenaeus was my name.
Yeah.
Warren was the drummer name. A is for Alfonso. He was the keyboard player.
Right.
B is for IWA. Broderick, yes, was the drummer. Sorry, Broderick was the drummer. Warren was the keyboard player. Alfonso was the bass player.
Right.
And the other guy was WIWABO. Oswin, yeah, he was the percussion player, yeah.
Right, okay. And how did you meet?
Of course, some of them were in school with me at Howard University.
Right,
A few of them. And the other two members that I remember, Warren and Broderick, they were younger. They were the younger members of the band. I met them through the church I used to go and work at.
Right, okay.
I used to work in a church on evenings and on weekends to pay my way through college. And they used to come there because the church had a music school.
Right.
In the bottom of the basement, they had several rooms there with piano, drums, bass, and
where you could jam and practice and perform.
They teach the kids in the neighborhood. There was a volunteer program.
Fantastic.
So I met those two guys there, and we asked them if they want to join the band with us, and they came. They're very young, and that's how we ended up performing. And I forget the guitar player from Jamaica. His name is James. I forget his first name, but he's the one that sang the song Reggae Down. He's the one. Yeah, and he and I co-wrote the lyrics for it.
Fantastic.
And I did the music for it. He and I did the music. So
yeah.
And I guess I answered a lot of stuff from where we started out, but maybe you can refresh my memory where we are and where we need to go with the questioning and the answering.
Yeah, no. I think you covered it really well. I guess one thing that I was going to ask you, which actually leads on quite nicely, is actually Reggae Down itself. So, I mean, I contacted you because I love it. I love the track. I think it's a fantastic sort of reggae track. But it's not just reggae, is it? It's got different.
It
For
has,
me anyway, it has different influences.
yeah, the drummer, because he's an American, you can hear the drumming. What he plays is more American style drumming.
Yeah, because I mean,
It
some people have sort of called it reggae disco, and it has got some sort of disco elements to it.
That's because
Um,
of the drummer. Yeah, the drummer he's a very good American R&B drummer.
right.
So we had to teach him how to play the reggae, so he can play that style
Yes.
rather than play the one drop would have been difficult for him to play because he's not used to playing on the second note.
Right.
His impact is the first one,
Yeah.
kick, snare, kick, snare, kick,
Yeah.
snare. He doesn't know on the off beat, which is the second beat, which is not a strong beat for them. So
No.
it's weird for them to pick it up.
Yeah.
But so that song was very easy for him to perform.
Yes, because it's a fantastic sort of hybrid of reggae and it's like a disco sort of funk sort of sound, which
Right.
is personally for me is something that I love, and I love it when different sort of traditions of music come together and make something fantastic. And
I love it too. I love
when I
it.
first heard the song, I was just blown away by just how good it was, and yeah, no, it was a pleasure sort of trying to find you and locating you and sort of talking with you and
Eh,
re-releasing it.
I was very surprised that you found me, to
Yes,
tell you the
it
truth.
took a while. I'm not gonna lie, it did take a while.
But that's great. That's a great. There's a story behind. There was this gentleman who had a book he wrote. I forget the title of it now, but when you want something, you go after it. That's
Exactly.
the bottom line. If you
Yes.
want to get something, you can find a way to get it,
Yes. Yes.
and
Exactly.
you did.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And I'm very much glad that I did. It's a beautiful piece of music, and sort of being heard once again is a great thing. So so in order to sort of create Reggae Down, to create the song, obviously there were different influences. What musicians do you think at the time were influencing you that helped you sort of create the sound that you did?
Uh, at the time, that was in the 80s. So most of the music I was listening to was from Earth, Wind and Fire,
Yes,
and the American
sort of disco
music.
groups and boogie
Yeah.
groups and
So
yeah,
Cool and the Gang.
yes,
So they had a lot of influence in that style of music because the drumming and the bass line and the horn, the strings,
yeah,
that was where it came from.
yeah,
Reggae Down, the Jamaican guy is the one who really put the reggae influence in. The guitar player, the singer,
yeah,
he's the one that really put the influence there because we weren't we weren't going to go all reggae,
no,
but we tried to please everybody in the band, and of course that's what happens when you try to please everybody. His style comes out, the drummer style comes out.
yes,
I am more calypso and soca from Trinidad, so
yes.
it's a mixture of a whole different set of cultures.
It's a blending of cultures,
Yeah,
and out
so
comes
that's what we
something
get from that
fantastic.
product.
Yes. And so, I mean, how was it recording the songs? Because it was recorded, am I correct, a Music Track? Is it Music Track Studios in
It was
Silverhouse?
recorded in a studio. Everyone was in there. The drummer had his own setup with the glass case around him,
Yes.
keyboard, bass, and of course it's a real big studio. The guy behind the glass, he was orchestrating what was supposed to happen,
Yeah.
and we did it live.
Fantastic.
There was
Live cut.
no click track, nothing. Everything was just done live. So if I were to put that on my computer now, at the end of the song, you realize the speed went up. It was faster than when it started off with,
Yes. Yeah.
because the drummer gets carried away.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah,
it's
he got carried away with that song, yes,
yeah.
because he was getting into it, and he's a happy, very fun-loving drummer to play behind because he's always smiling on stage, and is very, very visual when he plays. You know, I love to see him play.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, everybody was recorded live.
Fantastic.
I don't know how the guy did to separate, you know, the noise from the drums and didn't get bleeding over the other microphones.
Yeah,
but
it's quite
live.
impressive, isn't it? How I guess the microphone was so sort of focused on each instrument that you didn't, get a crossover.
But we rehearsed for a while before we went in the studio. We rehearsed maybe 2 weeks every day.
Oh, fantastic!
Just to make sure that we had it right.
You were tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So. After.
Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. After that, then of course we decided we were going to try to get it onto the radio, and we weren't successful because I realized that to get your music played on the radio, you have to pay money.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you don't pay money, at the time, they had record stores that sell records, and they work together in conjunction with the producers of the radio program, and so we get our music played in some of the Caribbean stations.
Right. Okay. Caribbean stations based in the US or based in?
Based in the US, and those were non-profit organizations. They were like public radio stations.
Yes.
So they depended on the community for support, and so they would play our music.
Yes.
But the commercial stations, they would not play it unless you gave them money.
Yeah, it just shows you need some sort of backing, don't you, to either be on a sort of.
And we didn't have any sponsorship, and we didn't have anybody who really put us on a label and a recording company, nothing like that. It was just a bunch of guys having fun, and we figured let's try putting it on the radio and see what happens. And that's what happened.
Yeah, a truly sort of privately pressed sort of vinyl.
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, great. And so, I guess the next question is, how did the band did the band sort of stay together for a long time, or did they sort of did you disperse or?
Yeah, we stayed together for a long while, and we had a lot of good opportunities to perform with other bands in the area in Washington D.C.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we opened for Peter Tosh.
Oh wow!
In University of Maryland campus. We opened for the D.C. band Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers. If you ever heard that band.
Yeah.
And what's the song that they were playing at the time was but anyway, Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers. If you Google them, you'll find one of their songs, the top song that he died recently, as a matter of fact, Chuck Brown.
Right.
Yeah, so we had some opportunities to perform in Washington D.C. and of course we did the weekend parties for the Caribbean community, the Jamaican Independence Dance, the Trinidad Independence Dance, Grenada, etc., Barbados.
Yes.
So we were the band that everybody, because there was no other band to compete with us, it was just us.
Yes.
So we didn't have much competition for Caribbean music at the time.
No. Oh, fantastic. Well, so you obviously had sort of some success, I guess, as a band. Maybe if not, if the single, didn't
right. Yes.
Fly off. The band obviously did have some sort of success at the time.
Yeah. We had some success, because we sold. I would say we sold half of the 500 records that we printed.
Right.
Yeah. I still have maybe a couple hundred at home.
Oh wow! I never knew.
I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere in a box because when I relocated from Maryland to Orlando, Florida,
yes,
things get lost. The big reel-to-reel tape, I had it also, and I threw it away after a while. I didn't know you would have called me.
Yeah, no, of course. Well,
then you could have done something special with it, I guess.
Well, it sounds. We were able to remaster it, I think, really well, and I think the bass sounds, even on the reissue, very, very sort of fat in a sense, and it does sound clear, and I'm sort of very happy with how it sounds. So. But that is often the way. Sort of tapes are often lost. But
I would love to reprogram that stuff on my computer right now. It'd be a much cleaner sound. You know,
I'm
because it's
sure.
all the software that we use right now. So
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Well, so and then I guess the last sort of piece of the puzzle, I guess, is after the band sort of did go their separate ways. You know, what did you do? You know, what have you done sort of since?
well, I wanted to relocate because I get tired of not moving anywhere in Washington D.C. Everything
Hmm.
just stood still, you know. And I challenged myself. I said I'm going to move to Florida, and I just decided I'm going to sell my house, quit my job, and just relocate to Florida. I
And
had
you
two
did.
children, and then I decided I'd just sell my house, move to Florida, and I spent 6 months just driving around, looking at different places and see where I can situate myself and my
Yes.
family.
Yes.
At the meantime, I met this guy named Glenn Barclay, and he wanted a bass player to do a show for him. And
Right.
he asked me if I can play bass. I said, yeah, I can play the bass. You know, I play guitar, but I can play the bass.
Yes.
And I went and I did the job for him. It was convention. I didn't understand conventions because I came from Washington, D.C., playing in a band and playing on weekends. And
Yeah.
so I did the job for him, and he paid me $90 for an hour. So I found that was very, very rewarding. It's
Yeah.
$90 for an hour.
That's a good
Say,
that's a
yeah,
good
that's what you're
rate.
going to get per
That's a
hour.
very good rate.
So I decided, you know, wait, this has a good potential to make some money. You know, this business on Florida.
Hmm.
Florida is the convention capital of the world at the time. Most companies come into Florida to
For
have their
their
special
annual
events.
conventions or yeah.
Yeah, and Disney is right there, and he was working with Disney. He had a inside track with Disney because he used to work at Disney.
Right.
So he formed his business, Island Breeze Affiliates Incorporated, and he noticed that when I wanted to get paid, I had a printout of all the events that I did for him, and he asked me, "What do you do?" I say, "I'm an accountant. I do taxes and accounting."
I'll make notes.
So he said, "You do?" He said, "Can you do my books for me?" I said, "Sure, I can do your books for you." And I ended up doing his books for him, and we started playing music together.
Right.
So I met one of the other members who was playing music in the organization. He said, "You know, you can make a lot of money playing music." I said, "Sure, I will do that. I'll play music with this guy."
Hmm.
And anyway, to make a long story short, I've been working with Island Breeze as a contractor, not an employee, because
Right.
I pay my own taxes. You know, I've been working there since 1990, currently right now.
Brilliant. Wow. 27 years, nearly 28 years of playing
Playing
music.
music at Disney, at SeaWorld, and all the corporate events that come to Orlando, Florida.
Amazing. Oh, great. Living the dream.
And well, of course, you know, I wasn't going to go back because I worked in a bank for 15 years while I was in Washington D.C.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's big change, but I mean, a nice
Yeah.
change.
So I decided, you know, music has more money than working in the bank, 9 to 5. And when I work for 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I have, you know, and sometimes you work 3 or 4 times a day
Yeah.
because you have different conventions, different events to perform for, weddings,
Yes.
corporate events, and of course the theme park. Every day you work,
Yes.
7 days a week. If you want to work 7 days a week, if you have the energy to do 7 days, you can do 7 days.
Yeah.
So it was a real business for me to do. And during that time, you know, I'm a regular human making money, investing my money, buying houses with my money, and of course, keeping a family together.
Amazing.
So I have no regrets for moving from Washington, D.C., or Maryland to Orlando.
No, I can't. I don't blame you whatsoever. It sounds great.
Yep, yeah.
Amazing.
And as a matter of fact, right now I'm here. We have a show that we do at one of the hotels, and they're doing a video shoot. So that's why I'm here right now in this area doing the
Great.
video shoot.
Brilliant. Oh, great. Well,
So,
enjoy.
yeah, music has been good to me.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, very good to me.
Let's hope it keeps being so.
I would not stop.
Well, thank
Can't
you,
stop.
Victor. Thank you very much for a wonderful interview, and
Thank you for having me.
thank you for such wonderful music. And you know, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to reissue, to make your your music sort of be heard once again. And yeah, thank you very much.
I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right, Chris.
Bye bye.
All the best.
Bye bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Yes.